Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now in this video, I will be reviewing the latest release by Mcfarlane Toys Digital, which is the new Teen Titans version of Nightwing. So as usual, let's start with the packaging. So the packaging is basically the standard Mcfarlane Digital Toys packaging, wherein there's this huge window at the front where you can see the whole figure, which is actually a good thing. At least you know what you're buying. Then from the side, it says Nightwing, Teen Titans. At the back, it's a picture of Nightwing, I guess from the comic book. This is actually a version of Nightwing, which I've always been waiting for McFarlane to do, and I'm glad that they did it. But again, this is McFarlane doing the McFarlane things. I mean, they gave us this art. I mean, just look at the color of the costume here. And then look at the color that they provided. I think it's too light. Nah, I think it's cool. Nah, I think that's just me being too picky, but yeah, I think this blue is okay for me. Anyway, guys, that is it for the packaging. Now, let us free this figure from its plastic prison and see if McFarlane did justice to this character in action figure form. So this is everything out of the box. As usual, nothing much there on the accessory area. He basically just comes with the basic McFarlane Toys digital stuff. Anyway, guys, let's have a look at them. So he comes with this McFarlane Toys digital redemption card, standard McFarlane art card with the short biography at the back, standard McFarlane base with the McFarlane Toys digital logo, then I think I've seen this Batarang before. I think the fact that it has an hole there, I'm pretty sure this was released before with a thread on it. I think it's with one of those Robin figures, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so here is a complete 360-degree look of the figure. And may I say, if you are a fan of the more classic look of the DC Universe characters, I think the McFarlane Toys digital line has been killing it lately. I mean, most of the figures that I consider to display on my shelf came from this line. Well, I guess that means I love the classic look of these heroes. I do like the head sculpt of this figure. I think they captured the character's personality. And yeah, this is actually the classic design that I was actually expecting them when they first released that Nightwing, classic Nightwing that is supposed to be. I already forgot. Was that supposed to be the night Nightfall Nightwing? I don't know. I forgot. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed with that figure because this is the look that I was actually expecting them to have, for it to have. So now I'm really happy with this figure. Now let's have a close-up look at the head sculpt. Again, this is smiling head sculpt. I believe captures Nightwing's character, but I don't know. As McFarlane does, what McFarlane does, they did some shell shading on the mask, I guess it isn't really that bad, but I kind of wish that they just left it as is, like a plain black mess on it. But yeah, I don't know why they put the cell shading on it. Then I like the paint job that they did on the hair, the combination of the black and the blue. So here's a close-up look at the front of the figure. Here's a close-up look at the right side of the figure. Left side of the figure. Now here's the back of the figure. So if I'm not mistaken, this is a modified version of the Blue Beetle body mold, which I don't really have any problem with. I think this is the Blue Beetle body mold except for the upper torso. Now, yeah, let's have a look at the articulation. Now for the head articulation, it can look down that far. It can look up that much, so not enough range, not too much range there. Head tilt, the so that is it for the head articulation. For the hands, you can do that and that butterfly articulation isn't that much. Now for the tie cut, waist articulation, you can bend backward that much. You cannot bend forward at all, which is typical Mcfarlane figure. Side to side, yeah. Now for the legs, the thigh articulation actually works pretty good. Then you can kick forward that far. You can actually do the split, double jointed knee. Then this can do that, 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 then ankle rocker and toe articulation. And you can do the bend down pretty well. So I guess articulation wise, he does have enough to pose him to represent the agility of Nightwing. Now for the scale is close to, I guess, 7.25 inches or 18.5 centimeters. And for some size comparison, here is next to my favorite Batman, which is the Cowardly Lot Batman. Here he is next to the Strange Lives of Superman. Here he is next to the newly released classic Wonder Woman. Here he is next to Mr. Miracle. And here he is next to the new 52 Superman. Overall, I believe McFarlane did a pretty good job in designing this more classic version of Nightwing. And yeah, this is definitely a must buy for me if you are a huge fan of the Batman family or specifically Nightwing. I think this is definitely a must buy. It is definitely a huge improvement versus the first release that they made, which is supposed to be a more classic Nightwing. I think this beats that one. Anyway, guys, if you've reached this part of my video, thanks a lot. If you like my videos, please don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, guys, enjoy life and keep collecting.